As I started using my lightning build, I said I want to do at least a million waves or so with full lightning setup before I want to try any variations of the build. And well, that's now done, so the promise is a promise, I guess. It's time to check out how Succubus will do. I needed to get gold from somewhere to level her up, so I did reset my Dark Assassin and combined that gold with the amount of gold I had saved up, and then I just pumped it all into Succubus. And boy did she suck my wallet completely dry. And here she is currently at level 375,000. Now she is currently the lowest level damage dealers I have on my build. My Zeus is the second lowest, he's 420k, so there's quite a difference in there in terms of leveling. And then I have Dark Lightning Archer and Thor, who are both on even higher level. In full lightning, I have just been pumping my levels on these 3 units. I've been also leveling Zeus quite a lot lately, so I might have to readjust my levels a little bit, but I didn't want to, at this point, I didn't want to waste more reset tickets. I just resetted Dark Assassin, and he's now completely for support for this build. Let's do a couple of waves and see how this will go, and then we will take a look at the items, results, and everything like that. So currently, on this deck I have Paladins in here, as you can see. I'm still wondering which unit I would like to run on that spot. If you have any ideas, suggestions, I would love to know. Leave me a comment down below. Like, I could run Paladins or Dorothy in there, or I could just run Giant Ogre in there like I did in my Lightning build. Giant Ogre most likely makes waves even more stable, like it's easier to run with Giant Ogre, but it also gives you, I feel like it's a little bit too much knockback even. So that's also an issue, might be slowing you down a little bit if you're using Giant Ogre, but it feels more stable. So currently I'm trying Paladins in there. It seems to be working quite nicely. There's not that much issues. Sometimes there's a worse wave, of course, but in general, waves seem pretty decent with this setup right here. So battle results look like this. And Succubus is doing quite nicely over here in overall. Especially remembering she is the lowest level of these 4 damage dealers in this build, and against bosses as well. She is doing, depending on the wave a little bit, she's doing quite nicely as well. Her items currently look like this. So this is the staff I'm running, critical chance, critical damage with cooldown skill level +1 line. Area skill damage is useless in here, so I would like to improve this staff in the future if possible with another useful line in here, critical line or attack speed line or poison damage line, whichever would be good and improvement for this one. And for the necklace, I'm running an L item with double critical chance and attack speed. Now also I would love to have this item if possible with the cooldown skill level +1 line if possible. So there's also room for improvement in here as well. This actually means that now that because I have an L item for my Succubus, I have 1 less cooldown skill level +1 line that I had in my full lightning build, so I have 27 right now in here. That makes my pure wizard to be at 6 seconds, so it's a little bit higher cooldown than what it was. It was 5.9 previously with 1 more CDE. So I have to hunt for either a DCD IQ staff or some more CDE items for Thor and for Succubus especially. The treasures I'm running are the same that I've been running in full lightning as well. So this is my gold build. These are my gold treasures with the highest level Devil Horn. Then the skill tree, I will scroll through this for you. There's some small minor differences between this one and the full lightning tree, obviously because we are running a Succubus now in here as well, and she's a poison type hero. So we have some more poison skill nodes activated as well. So these are, for example, the Succubus nodes over here that you will want to have in your build if you're running her for damage, and also as many poison damage nodes as you can afford to have when you are having a poison damage dealer. That's kinda an obvious thing to have. I'm missing this one node over here, which I will pick next with my next point that becomes available for me. I missed also these ones, but I don't really want to take this slower poisoning damage node over here, so I will probably just be skipping these 2 points over there. And since Succubus is a staff user, you will also want to have the staff node in here so that you can boost her damage a little bit. Other than that, that's the skill tree, what is currently looking like. Well, let's continue our investigation and testings, because Succubus is basically another boss killer, so your farming should become better if you are able to run a lightning poison with Succubus in your build, if you can afford to run that. So let's go and check out Bone Dragon and Expert Dungeon. So this is my good old reliable dragon build, with the exception that I have Succubus in here as well right now. I dropped Dark Skeleton because I wasn't casting him anyway, so he was the natural drop. Let's do a Bone Dragon and see how this will go. On these levels, the kills are quite fast indeed, especially if the dragon does not decide to do a breath in the beginning of the battle. So there you go, that's quite fast dragon. Let's do another one. There you can see he does the breath, so that takes me a little bit longer to kill the dragon if he decides to do that. But other than that, it's quite fast to actually kill the bone dragon right now. Farming it was fast for me before with the full lightning, with these levels, sure, but right now it's even faster. With this setup, it's even faster. Succubus helps, and even if you are if you're in mid game, in earlier game than what I am right now, Bone Dragon farming, XP Dragon farming should be much more convenient for you if you run Succubus as well. Battle results look like this. So Succubus is doing, again, she is the lowest level damage dealer in this build, so she's doing quite nicely against the Bone Dragon. And let's do some XP Dungeon as well. With full lightning, XP Dungeon is kind of a pain to do. With Succubus in here, we are having much better time with this one as well. This is definitely faster than what I had with a full lightning setup. So if you're wondering, should you switch to lightning poison? Lightning poison gives you better farming, that's for sure. But I feel like full poison is probably easier to run for waves. So if you're struggling still to get your build up and running for waves, then full lightning should be easier to run. That's my opinion right now. Of course, that will likely depend on your items as well, how many skill points you have, how much gold you have in total, and so on. So it might be an individual thing as well, but definitely I would feel like running full lightning for waves is a bit easier to manage than running lightning poison. But definitely this has its ups. I can't deny that. Farming is much more comfortable with lightning poison right now, and I still need to do some maybe balancing out on my levels, my ratios a little bit, so we will see how that will change this deck. And also, as I finally decide which unit I will run in that paladin slot, we will see if they will stay or if they will go. But that's my latest build update. I would love to hear how you are doing with your way build, so leave me a comment down below and tell me. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you in the Discord and in the next video. See you, my friends. Have a great day.